Yo, what's good, my nephews and nieces? This is your favorite Uncle Demi, and today I have another special banger for you, right? Today we got some really good college football news from some individuals that actually went to test the game early. It's pretty dope that, obviously from the NBA side, I am always able to test the game out early, but now that I am an avid college football player, obviously, it's like, dang, I really wish I was there to get there early to get some early access to the game and speak on it. But there were some individuals that I really, truly thought their opinions would matter. And one of those guys was a man named Kurt. Now, I don't even know how to say his last name. Ben Kurt. I think it's Kurt Benkert. And looking him up, he played some football professionally, has a successful YouTube channel. And I loved some of his input, right? And I think that's kind of how we'll put it. So the first thing that I want to point out is that somebody said your credibility is on the line here, Kurt. And I love the response. He said, sure is. That's why I never just said stuff about anything just because of money. I speak what's on my mind, always have, always will. I'm gonna tell you right now, that sold me. So now everything that he was writing afterwards, I was like, all right, if this is how he truly is, then I'm going to go ahead and take what he says, and I'm not going to take it with a grain of salt. I'm going to take it as Bible until, otherwise. Right? Now, if y'all know this, if I know him and y'all have a different experience, please let me know. But I just wanted to go ahead and point out some of the tweets that he has been putting out there, okay? So the tweet that really got my attention and gained traction and I guess put him on my Twitter feed was, he said, honest reaction, college football 26 will be one of the best sports games ever created. They take community feedback, implemented the changes, went further in depth, made navigating the game more efficient, and amplified the authentic feel of the schools. It's clear the team loves their job. Now, I ain't gonna lie, man. That right there is a lot. Like, you're basic. Now, keep in mind, college football 25 was the best-selling sports game ever, right? Ever. And it was the second highest-selling game ever behind GTA 5. So do you understand when you say 26 would be one of the best sports games ever created? You're basically saying that 26 is going to now leap 25. And I'm telling you, man, it's very hard to continue to make an excellent game over and over, year in, year out, right? Everybody knows that. When you play the NBA franchises, if you played Madden, you know that even for like the seasons for Call of Duty and for Apex and Fortnite, you're going to get the ups and downs. So to have this leap forward, that's saying a lot. But let me just speak on one thing. The game was gone for 14 years. 25 came out, it was an absolute hit. They had a lot of time to really work on 25, right? They had all these years behind the scenes to work on 25 until they got the NIL and the licenses and all that stuff ironed out. So with that being said, they had a lot of time to bring 25. Now that's what 25 came out. It was a pretty solid product, but a lot of it was just based off nostalgia, right? A lot of people love the game because we haven't seen it in so long. So my question is, once the nostalgia is gone, 26, you got to be like, listen, the expectation is, okay, listen, we let a lot of things slide in 25 because we just haven't had a college football game in so long. But now in 26, the expectation is going to be high. So to say that they took the community feedback, implemented the changes, went further in depth, made navigating the game more efficient, and amplified the authentic feel of the schools, it's crazy. Now, again, we did see one tweet that he made about, I guess you can say, the authenticity of the environment was because he said college football 26 will have dynamic lighting. 7 p.m. in September will have different shadows than 7 p.m. in November. The sun will change as the game goes on as well. It will also change geographically to match true to the region. Those subtle little things add up. Okay, I will say that. They add up. But it's not going to be the impact. I don't think people are really going to care about the sun and the lighting. We'll care about that if the gameplay is great. So the big point is the gameplay, right? Everything else centered around that is going to be the cherry on top, I guess you can say, right? But the big one is going to be gameplay. We're always going to want, to know is if this product is going to be good, if the game is going to meet the expectations that we all have been waiting on, okay? Now, he did drop another tidbit, and I want to go ahead and speak on this because I thought this was really dope. He said, no eyes, no INT. Defenders can't intercept the ball anymore if they don't get their eyes around in college football 26. Less interceptions, rewards anticipation, and ball placement on throws. So we all know that it's very difficult in a video game to really implement what a quarterback sees. I remember back in, like, I think it was Madden, was it like Madden? I don't know, was it like Madden 10 or 11? Yeah, I can't remember which one it was. Remember when you had to have the quarterback had like the line of vision, and you had to actually move your left analog stick to get that line of vision to throw to that individual, right? Because the way that we play a college football game or just football games now, we see the whole field. The quarterback doesn't see the whole field, right? Quarterback is literally ground level, and if he's looking to his left, that's all he sees. He doesn't know what's going on to his right. Even his peripheral is not going to give him the full view of the field, right? So it really gives the offensive side a really good big advantage, right? Because you're able to see the whole entire field, whereas in real life you're not able to. But then on the defensive side, right, you're always kind of put at a disadvantage, because even if you try to hide and scheme up, it doesn't really matter because you can see the whole field. That's why the way the game's played now is individuals are just kind of running around with their linebackers and free safeties. So what I'm getting at is this, is that it already seems like, in my humble opinion, that if you're already nerfing ways of taking the ball in defense and getting interceptions, then it's already going to be more leaning even heavier towards offense. Now, I'm not necessarily opposing, an offensive heavy type game, but I'm just putting it out there that we already know that defense has always been an issue for football games, right? It's always been hard to play defense because you are already at an advantage, because like I said, the offense can see the whole entire field. If there was a way to make the game to where a quarterback could only see like real life, like if some way, shape, or form they had it first person as a quarterback, that game would be immensely hard, right? Then people will really start to see like, wait a minute, man, like this is crazy. That's the reason why whatever Madden it was, they got rid of it, because people complained. Even though it was a toggle, you can go into the menu, option menus, and take it off and on. It was still something that didn't even, after that 1 year, they took it out because people just wasn't going to use it, because again, it was just too difficult. But that just lets you know how hard it is to play quarterback. But anyway, so again, that's my only concern, is just that it's probably going to make it a little, it's probably gonna be more offensive heavy now, because now what you're gonna have to do as a defender is to make sure you're on the right defender that you need to be, and you're turned around and you're actually able to get the interception. So that's gonna be pretty difficult. And then we have my guy, I think his name is Bordeaux. I think it's, like from LSU, like French. I'm not sure if I'm not saying his name right. Again, like I said, I come from 2K community, so I'm not really big on the Madden creators and the EA creators, so I don't know, but if I'm saying his name wrong, sorry, but I'm thinking it's Bordeaux. He said the biggest change for me isn't one specific thing, it's the 50 smaller things combined that puts 26 far ahead of 25. I can't say much besides what has already been released, but there's so many quality of life changes that give the game a polished feel that we didn't have in 25. Now again, just like my man Kurt. Now this guy Bordeaux, he's more of a casual player. I kind of watched a couple of his YouTube videos, and he does like a lot of Dynasty and just sim play now. He's not really cares if he wins or loses. He's a very casual type player. So that, again, you have to take that in mind. If you're a competitive player, we look at things a little differently. But that guy Kurt, he is a former player, football player. He really does his content on like true X and O's of the game. So basically they're saying the same exact thing. And again, Kurt said he can't be bought. Money ain't gonna ever change his opinions. And then again, Bordeaux, he's saying the same exact thing. So in my humble opinion, it looks like 26 is gonna be better than 25. And if that's the case, man, then EA has really knocked it out of the park, because it's so hard when you make the type of money and the numbers you hit off nostalgia of a game that's been gone for 14 years. You come back and have the second highest selling game of all time, and the only game that was behind was GTA 5. Are you kidding me? So again, subtle changes here and there. It has me thoroughly excited. But I ask y'all, how do y'all feel about this? Are you excited? Should we take a grain of salt for the creators that went there early? I know for me, as a 2K guy, when I give my opinions after I play the game early, they all say the same exact things. You've been paid off. Your opinion doesn't mean anything because, you got paid. You're a sellout. You know how that all goes, right? So again, I know what it's like to be on the other side, so I'm not going to sit there and criticize these individuals unless I find information that makes me feel like that. But I want to know how y'all feel and what type of excitement you have for 26. Let me know in the comment section. But other than that, it's your favorite old head, Uncle Demi. I'll be back really soon on the Banger, man. You know, when I say back soon on the Banger, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm talking about tomorrow, man. I'm out.